young cats. What's up, guys? Back at it again on 508 Live with your host, Papee Paye. And today we have my man, Money Man Milheezy.
What's happening?
Fireman Burgess.
Yep.
And the best producer in the world, Manny J Media.
Thank you,
Oh,
gentlemen. Love that.
What's up, guys? First of all, I want to acknowledge my sister,
Appreciate
Simone Paye. Oh, my God. She was the first viewer today. I've been looking at our viewers, and yeah, she's up there. Love you. Actually, I kind of want to jump into that. That brings me to something because me and her have been praying a lot lately together, and we haven't really done that ever. I feel like our relationship is growing And I love that, you know. And I sent her a Bible. Funny story. I kind of sent it twice. Yeah. I sent her a Bible the first time, and then it got shipped to my house.
Wow.
And then I sent the second one that she just got. It was a mini Bible, a little mini Bible, and it was just a what's it called, a New Testament. It wasn't the Old Testament. So I got to send her a third Bible now, so she can be able to see it.
Just in the Old Testament.
You know what I'm gonna say? The Old Testament now, right? So she can have full too. I knew it. But anywho, that's just my funny story, me babbling. Let's get into real life scenarios, man.
Let's get into it. Absolutely.
One, how's everybody's mental health? How's everybody doing? I want to start off with Milhome, and then we can go down the line.
Appreciate you asking, man. Appreciate you asking. Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah. You're tired? Why you tired?
I'm tired. This is my wake up time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
We did it early today.
We did an early bird today. And listen, I love it, you know, because sometimes you gotta test the body. Sometimes you gotta, test your mind. Usually, unless it has to do like with money or like an important meeting or something like that, which this is important.
I'm about to say, we not important.
We are important meeting. We are about money. By the way, we're looking for sponsors. Please feel free to hit us up.
So
we need a little bit more incentive for Milhome to get here.
He's not getting paid. He's not lying.
But I know definitely last week was definitely a tough week for me. You know what I mean, man? My car got towed. It was in a pound, and every day it's like another $40, another $40.
I've been there.
So
on top of gas.
On top of gas, exactly.
The gas ain't cheap right now.
Not at all. Not at all.
Almost $5. Are we at $5 yet? Almost.
My boy premium. He a premium.
Right in time for summer.
You're not lying. But I overcame adversity. At first, I didn't know how I was gonna be able to do it, but I had some people on my side that was able to help me, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much, man. It's like those times where you feel like, damn, nobody's gonna pull through for you. After you pull through for everybody else, you feel me? Damn, who got me? But
right.
A lot of people came through, and I appreciate it, man. So other than that, I'm good, man. The week's been good. Everything's thriving. Yes, sir.
Right.
Just want to come back.
See, some of that, when I like stuff like that happens, I start thinking like maybe that there's a blessing in disguise. What if you had your car for those days and you had a car accident? You know what I mean? And God was trying to shelter your car 100%. And shelter you. So you gotta. I like to think deeper in those senses because there's always a meaning behind
silver lining to every cloud,
I mean?
right?
Like, you never know. Like maybe that was something God forbid was supposed to happen to you, and God just snatched your car. 100%. Now you got your car back, and you got the blue license plate, brand new one.
You got the blue one. You got the blue one.
You got the blue one. Yeah.
That's that DJ Milheezy money, huh?
You know what? I'm gonna pay the extra $50.
He's celebrating
all this money anyway.
250th anniversary of America. That's what that's for, right?
Oh, I wasn't aware. I was
it's celebrating the 250th anniversary of America.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm really gonna get one now. Yeah. Happy birthday, America!
Happy birthday. You know what I mean? July 4th coming up.
July 4th coming up.
What's up with you, Ron? Talk to us.
I just want to start off with, Papee really know about blessings in disguise, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Like God sent that Bible right back to the house. God, you melted our God sent it right back to
the thing is, like 3 Bibles in here. I ended up giving that pink one to Bree, so Bree probably needed that one, and then I sent one to my sister, so we're going to figure it out. Maybe it is a blessing.
Yeah. Hey, but I think my mental health good, bro. But one thing I noticed today, bro,
out
of all the self-help days, bro, I made a video about it on IG, probably like an hour sometime a day. I went jogging, and even though you're engaging in self-care and all that stuff, bro, you still your thoughts still going about stuff that's outside that you really came there to get rid of in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm walking, I'm like, I came here to get this stuff off my mind. I don't want to think about the business. I want to take some space. I came here to walk and jog to do that. Why? It's still in my mind, although I'm engaging in some self-care. You know what I mean? So I thought it made me think about the importance today, bro, about mindfulness, meditation, bro, and mindfulness and really grounding yourself, bro. Like, so it really took me taking that jog, and while I'm jogging, counting rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I ain't even thinking about the outside stuff no more.
Yeah.
Like, so I implemented a skill today to say, bro, what grounding technique can I implement today to be more mindful about what's around me, rocks, the grass, and all that stuff that can take my mind, because I'm jogging, I'm still thinking about the stuff I got to do this week. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think my mental health good, but the day I learned something, you learn something every day about your mental health, but I think the day what I learned was You gotta engage in some mindfulness meditation to ground yourself, even when you're doing the self-care, bro. When we in the weight room working out, bro, I'm still thinking about, damn, Monday I gotta do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? So self-care plus mindfulness meditation, bro, is really gonna help you really get rid of them thoughts like completely, so you can really focus on the task at hand. You know what I'm saying?
I like
Yeah, I
that.
was seeing something on TikTok actually about that. One thing that we haven't been doing as a people, as humanity lately, especially with the introduction of technology. Well, I guess we're past the introduction of technology, but our reliance and dependence on technology it makes it a lot harder than ever to just sit with yourself. And it's very important that you sit with ourselves that we sit up with ourselves. And as a matter of fact, it's even prescribed amongst some mental health fields to literally sit in front of a wall for an hour. No sound, I mean, you can have lights on, whatever, but you just gotta sit there with just you and your thoughts and exhaust those thoughts, right? You let them run till they can't run no more, and eventually your brain is tired of thinking of
So they
them.
can't run no more. I like that, bro.
That's the theory. That is the theory.
I like that, bro.
We don't know until we test it, and right now it's really difficult to test because we just don't take enough time to sit with ourselves.
Exactly.
So they can't run no more,
even
bro.
30 minutes,
Like, I like that, bro.
Even 30 minutes of like you thinking about your problems and everything that you got going on or whatever, your mind starts to give you answers.
Yeah.
It starts to open up, and now
you guys?
you're not looking at it from like a narrow point of view. Now it's more like a broad. What do you think? What about you? It don't work for you?
Nah,
that way?
honestly, no. What's it called? Slowly, I slowly been like silencing my thoughts because I'm a thinker. Like I think about everything and anything on top of whatever. And then I started realizing like, why am I worried about tomorrow when I'm here today? Let me figure out what I gotta do today, and that maybe the thing that I'm worried about is in an hour. Let that hour come. You know what I mean? What do I have to do right now? What's gonna benefit me right now? And that's what's been slowly calming my brain down. Because like I'm the type of guy like, what if this is this and that is that, and if this is over here, then I gotta be over there, then I gotta do this because I want to be the best version of me, which is great. But like I'm overworking my mind when I need to be working on my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit. But I'm only overworking my mind, so I gotta focus on other things too.
Let me ask you, each of you, and we'll see how our weekends went too.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not worried about
that
me.
subject, but I do want to know, when's the last time you had a clean shed? Right? When's the last time you walked into your mind or just looked inwardly and saw a clean, organized? I'm saying I can speak for myself right away. I don't think I've ever seen a clean, organized shed. It looks like a hot jumble mess in here all the time. I've never taken the time to do a good, thorough spring cleaning up here. Just sit with myself, get rid of all them thoughts, and stop allowing them to over hoard my space.
Exactly.
It's very valuable real estate up here. You know, when's the last time? Go ahead, I'll pick you first. Go ahead.
For me, the last time was when I did a 3-day fast. I believe that was my junior year in high school when I really was so in tune with God. But now I'm slowly getting back to that because my relationship with God, I've been focused on, like, that's my number one priority right now. I've been focused on building, focused on really like getting back to my roots of like, 1, finding myself, 2, just talking to God a little bit more, 3, just focus on my family, what I have. Like, I'm really blessed, but I don't accept love. And I posted this post a couple weeks ago, I think like a week ago, and I was like, what's it called? The biggest thing of having love in your life, the hardest thing about having love in your life is accepting the love. That's what I said. The hardest thing about having love in your life is accepting it. Because it's a lot of people that love you, but it's hard for you to accept that love. Like I went through so many losses in my life and like so many pains that like I'm afraid to love somebody for God, like not to say God, for the world to take that person from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm shielded. I don't want to love as hard. I don't want to do this. But that's the whole point of being human. You know what I mean? It's to love. It's to feel those feelings. It's to go through those things. Because at the end of the day, those are things that build me. I wouldn't work as hard as I work right now if my brother didn't pass away. I wouldn't, be where I am today if my father didn't pass away. I'll be complacent. And I know that. Because sometimes I get complacent and those be my motivations. Like, why would I stop? If Bob was alive, he would have been working harder than me. You know what I mean? So now I got to work hard for myself and work hard for him. And trying to fill shoes for my father who literally gave up his life to save his family. Do you know how hard that is to fill? And that's why I'm hard on myself. But sometimes I got to sit down and realize, like, hey, I'm not my father. I'm Poppy. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that. He already did that. You know, I just got to make sure that I'm better than him in other aspects, so my kids, when they come up, they can have somebody to look up to, and then they're going to be better than me.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So I can do what I can do and be in control of what I can control, and wait for my kids to surpass me. You know?
Ron, you ever have an empty shed?
I think the room gonna always need to be clean, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get in the bed, the same thing with your mind, bro. Sometimes it's gonna be messy. Like, it ain't gonna be no time where a mind is perfect and thoughtless your whole life. It's human, bro. The mind start thinking and processing things and all that stuff, bro. So I think, you know what I'm saying, we just got, like I talked about, the mindfulness meditation. What can you do to shut it off for the time you really need it to be shut off? Like, you know what I'm saying, to stay grounded. But, bro, the room gonna always be a mess, bro. It need to be clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with your mind, bro. Stuff gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, yeah, I've had periods of it, you know, but them periods of it, you don't just have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are intentional times, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just have a clear mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be intentional about having a clear mind, bro. Like, that's the beauty in it of it being intentional, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit and be like, I'm gonna have a clear mind. I have a clear mind.
Yeah,
No, bro.
you
You
gotta
really
start
got to
thinking
do
about
something.
everything.
You got to do something.
Yep.
Intentionally say, I want to do
focus on
something
it.
like I did
Yeah.
with the mindfulness. You got to, you know what I'm saying? It's an intention, bro. It's intentional. So that will take it to another level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. As far as me, same thing like y'all just said. I feel like never necessarily had a clear mind, but there is, I could say maybe twice or two instances where I came close, or I could say my mind was clear. All right, I'm gonna blow y'all out the water now. The first time, like you said, was fasting. I feel like it
always
definitely rewired
Clarity.
my brain.
Body.
It rewired my brain. Do you feel me? Even until today, I don't look at food the way that I used to look at food.
Yep, man,
Like I
I
used
live
to
by
pig
bread
out,
alone.
you know what I mean? I used to, but like now, like food is different to me. I don't like lust over food, not lust. I don't overindulge like I used to. You know what I mean? Like
You got money now. You ain't hungry no more. You ain't hungry no more.
You
You
getting the
got
whole
money.
food that feel like nurturing.
The market basket.
Oh, you got market basket?
Fast.
No lie. No lie.
I'm like, you're at Walmart.
Where you living in
Market
right now?
basket.
We gotta thank Uncle Sam for that. We gotta thank Uncle Sam for that. But the another time that I felt like my mind was cleared or like not even empty, but it was when I wanted to give up.
Yeah.
When I wanted to say fuck everything and just whatever life, you know, but my mindset wouldn't let me. My mindset wouldn't let me. And when I say my mind was clear, like I gave up and I was like, if you want to take me to tomorrow, God, take me tomorrow. But I snapped out of that quick.
Yeah.
You feel me? I had to snap out of that real quick, no matter what I was going through, no matter how much money I didn't have, no matter who I lost, you know what I mean? I lost myself. You feel me? And that, it wasn't a good way my mind went clear because I'm giving up. You feel me? I felt like giving up. So I felt like it wasn't in the right instance, but with that being said, I feel like as far as like cleaning the shed and everything like that, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you give up, you just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
When you really genuinely don't care.
You leave it a mess.
But,
Sometimes that's what it takes to let go of everything you've been holding on to for so long. You just gotta be like, you know what, I don't care, and then you let it all go. Wait a minute, you know what? Maybe I do care.
Right, now let me grab what I
A little
want.
bit.
Let me grab this, you feel me?
That
100%.
intention, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get up and clean this shit up. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? That intention, clean the
Exactly.
room, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
What about you?
Great
We're
question.
going over.
that, bro.
You know, if you don't mind, I'd like to end because then I want to lead into a conversation. So if we can go with you first, how was your week? And then
My week?
we'll end with me.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, my mental health lately has been up and down like a roller coaster, honestly, except for like now, like I said, like I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what you guys believe in. I don't know what anybody does, but for me, it's Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Bro, you know I believe you.
No, I'm just saying like for the viewers. But like really, it's been tough. Like mentally, like it's been tough. Just like especially like in the winter time ish. You guys know that's seasonal depression. Like that. That's the real thing. You're not like the sun's not out. People get depressed from that. But like I've been so distant from God that I didn't realize how distant I was from God. Because even getting back into connection with Him is like it's been a journey. You know, like there's things that like habits, patterns, and stuff that I've been doing unconsciously that like obviously in the Bible it doesn't say like what's it called? It's not right. You know, then I have to remember, like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Then I'm working on myself. All right, cool. Then, like, holding grudges. Oh, it's so normal because, like, if somebody does something to me, you know, it's a human nature. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm never going to talk to you. No, I have to go fix that, even though I'm right. You know what I mean? So now I've been fixing like, anybody that ever, like, did anything to me, I want to go fix it. Hey, buddy, I don't have no bad blood towards you. It is what it is. I gotta let those things go for myself. Again, unconsciously, and I don't realize that I kept a grudge against them because when I'm going to somebody's like, oh, this person's gonna be there. I was like, yeah, I'm not going over there because I just rather not.
Yeah.
But me saying, oh, I'm not going over there, it's me keeping a grudge. Like, why would I stop my salvation, keep a grudge on you, and then ask God to forgive me when I don't forgive myself? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to be forgiven if I don't do the forgiving? You know, so now I'm just like cleaning house, trying to get pure, trying to understand more, connect with my kids. Like, I'm a great dad. Everybody knows that.
For sure.
But like, time. Like, I worked so hard that sometimes time. You know what I mean? Like, we went swimming yesterday. We went to do it. Like, now I'm like, all right, I can still work hard, but this is the time for my kids. Like, I'm not talking to nobody. Don't call my phone. I'm not picking it up. I'm not doing this. Money to rest. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'll get back to you. But my kids who need me to be there. And yeah, so I just didn't give it time to them.
And as they get older, they realize that.
Oh, buddy, my daughter right now, she's so smart, bro. Like, it's so scary. My kids are so like, she's just a brilliant little mind, and she everything I do, she mimics. Like, she's gonna be a monster businesswoman. I already know because she wants to sit in meetings with me. She's want to sit and just watch what daddy's doing. You know what I mean? And she loves to analyze people. Like, she's just like me. I can meet somebody and analyze them the first second I meet them. And she's just like that. You know, like, she just obtains that. And it's kind of like, oh, wow, I'm creating another Papee Paye in a mini. Scare everybody. I'm sorry, future men. Future men. My daughter will be bougie. She will be bougie. She will be high maintenance. She will have a lot of flowers, so you're gonna pay for that. And if you think you can impress her with a private jet, their dad has one too.
Tell them, please, baby.
So, can you compete with that?
Well,
before that, I just want to know how the majors doing. What's any news in the majors world?
oh, buddy, we're doing spectacular right now. A lot of movement. And upward movement, because there's always movement, which is vibration, which stays the same, but we're actually moving forward to our goals right now. We have different things coming up. We partnered up with the YWCA to do one community basketball event, which went great. We got a couple of things in the background right now. We have a Tuesday open run every Tuesday at the YWCA, 7 to 9. I can't spill everything we're doing, but trust me. You're going to want to be a part of it. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for just people to extra hand in certain places. If you feel like you have a talent, definitely go on our website, WorcesterMajors.org, and just check it out.
That's a great place to start.
I met Miss Hall.
Oh, yeah, Debbie.
Nice lady, bro.
Miss Debbie Hall.
Oh, Debbie.
Talk about first impressions,
bro. She's a dog.
Yeah,
she is a monster. Check out Debbie at YWCA, and they have a family night every Friday. You can do arts and crafts. You can do swimming, and you can play basketball there for free. For free at YWCA. People don't know this. I didn't know this until yesterday. I called because I was gonna just go play basketball over there, but they was like, "Oh, if you're gonna bring your kid, what's it called? We do an arts and craft family night again for free."
That's beautiful.
If it's for free, buddy, you guys gotta take advantage of that.
For me, I was only smiling, bro, because when you was talking about the grudges, you got to make it right. You know, I was like, this podcast gonna be called "Be Intentional." Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the mess gonna stay there if you don't take the intentions.
You gotta just clear it.
So I think that's
everything.
There's so much like inward. You talking about looking inward. Like, if you really look inward, you will feel like things that, like, you'll have heavy heart, you have this, all types of pain inside of you that you don't realize that you have. Because, like, if you're just like me, who push feelings behind and just keep going, push feelings behind and keep going until you collapse one day, I advise you not to do that. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. I can't stress this enough. When my brother died, I just pretended that I was good. I pretended I was happy. I pretended everything was fine. No, I was with that kid every single day, 24/7. He was my right-hand man. I seen him every day. Slept on my couch every day. Me and him was next to each other every single day. I spoke to him every single day. There's not a day that went by that we did not say words to each other. You know, and I pretended that I was fine, but deep down I was not. I went through depression. I drank a little bit. What's it called? I wasn't the best version of myself. I gained a lot of weight. I didn't spend enough time with my kid. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to work, so push it to the side. You know, but I advise you just talk to somebody,
Right,
even
absolutely.
if it's the good things that you guys did. Hey, this is what me and him used to do. This and that, or what's it called? I miss him because it's like just speak about it. Don't push it. Don't suppress it because those feelings will overflow and it will get you some way somehow. It won't get you now. Won't get you later. But when it does, oh buddy, it's gonna come down.
Did you know, like, when you're holding a grudge, your brain, like, the other person don't feel that, first of all.
Yeah.
You feel that.
Yep.
When you're holding a grudge, right, scientifically proven, your brain releases that negative chemical into your body that raises your cortisol level.
Yep.
So you're
Literally.
slowly poisoning yourself.
In essence, you're slowly poisoning yourself. You're literally killing yourself.
Poisoning yourself with negativity.
Absolutely.
Wearing those
100%,
glasses make you
man.
smart, but
Holding a.
And also, before I forget,
Getting up here.
big shout out Milheezy and Manny.
Oh, wow.
You know I have to represent. Come
Oh,
on.
wow.
Appreciate it.
I need a Ronald
Great.
Burgess motivation shirt, and I need a 508 Live shirt. What's major shirt? You already owe me for that, actually. But
Oh,
shout out Milheezy and
sounds
Manny.
expensive.
But, yeah.
Hey, so was getting him at noon, getting him up at noon.
Make sure you sponsor us so no one can be on time. $1 a day to keep the lateness away.
Yeah, the tardiness.
That was a good one. That
Don't
was a
be
good
there
one.
on time.
That was a good
What
one.
about you, Minnie? Let's get into
All
it.
right,
man.
so I've had a lot going on, but part of the reason why I took us so long to get back here, which I do apologize, fellas, and I appreciate your understanding, your compassion, your empathy, your kindness, and your support. It means the world to me. So first off, I want to start off with the happier notes of my past couple weeks. My son graduated from Hudson University.
Yes,
Congratulations,
big ups,
Ethan.
big ups.
We're very proud of you.
Shout out,
Congratulations.
Ethan. Big guy.
Graduated from their health sciences major. I don't know what I'm talking
Anything.
He's the one who went for
He
the
graduated. He got it. That's it.
And it got science in it. That's always fine.
It's
He's a scientist.
I know there's some aspect of sports medicine in there and stuff. Medicine, right? It's all good stuff that I'm hearing. So listen,
He's a scientist
he
doctor.
graduated. He's going to be going to extend his
Degree.
education even more. Which
You
you
pay
know,
for more debt?
you know, listen, and I know I said
I'm
that
just
with a
joking,
little
I'm
bit
just
of hesitation, but all jokes, for sure, and all jokes aside, I would spend any amount of money to invest into my children and to invest into not only their future, but the future. We need good, strong, young, healthy, independent minds of color in fields of importance, whether it be education or medicine, or even politics right now. And I know you don't want to get into that, but they're trying to erase those minds of color, and they're doing so at a very, very fast rate right now, particularly in states among the South. So anyway, it's very important that, you know, our children are going and getting educated in fields that they excel at, and in places that one day they can then make great contributions to our livelihood as a
100%,
species, right? We are going to need our children, so it's important that we're always investing in them and lifting them up. So yes, absolutely, I'll go broke. It's fine. I'm not necessarily going to enjoy the process, but I would do it, no problem.
Of course,
Congratulations, Ethan. And then his best friend Elias is actually graduating from Fitchburg State College today, which is dope.
okay, big
I want to
shout out
applaud him
Elias.
as well. Big up to Elias.
Shout out to Elias.
And then my youngest son, Jaden, will be graduating Fitchburg High School not next Friday, 2 Fridays from now, June 5th.
Wow.
So we got a lot of graduates in the
That is
family
awesome,
right
man.
now.
That is
And I want to send a huge congratulations and happy graduation to all the graduates that can hear this show throughout the world, really, because it's not easy, you know, going to school to 12 years, especially
Big
public
shout out.
school.
Big shout out to my sister. She's mad at me right now
Oh, no.
because I
What'd
didn't
you
go
do?
to her graduation.
Oh, no.
Because I was working.
Oh,
But
We love
I
you,
love you,
sis.
Carly. I appreciate you, and I'm so proud of you and
Congratulations.
everything that you've done. Seriously.
congratulations. So yeah, congratulations to all the graduates. So I wanted to start off with that. And then last weekend I was able to, you know what was dope? When I went to the graduation for my son, one of the biggest honors of my life, I never realized like how great it was gonna make me feel until you know, I was thinking about it this morning that it still feels like it happened like 5 minutes ago. That's how fresh and of an honor it feels to be able to secure that graduation cap on my son's head.
Yeah, that's the part.
You know, because at first it kept popping out because he got dressed. He looked, I'm sure you guys can relate completely. The graduation cap just kept sliding up. Well, they got dressed.
100%.
So,
Right.
and so, you know, being able to help him to secure that and make sure, you know, I just felt it was a very honorable moment for me to be able to have that very I don't even got the words for it. Just it was a bonding intimacy. Thank you. That I had with my son that I will carry till the day I die, and I hope that it's gonna be a memory that he'll have forever as well. And then the same night, my son had his senior prom, my youngest son, and I got to help him make sure his tie was straight. So like two major man goals that I've always had in life.
That's beautiful, man.
You know, I got in one day, and that's just I couldn't be happier. And then this all comes on the heels of an unfortunate tragedy that we do have to address. And so this is the time where we go from sunshine and rainbows and congratulations, graduates, to back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. The world just keeps on burning as it's turning. I'm dropping bars today, right? No, we want to record it. What's good? That's what life does for you, right? The pain starts to translate into art. But, you know, last Monday, was it last Monday already? I've been losing track of time. Not this past Monday, the Monday before this past Monday. I don't even know what date that was. May 6th, 5th? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I'm looking at a calendar too. In Times Square, New York, it was reported a Worcester man was murdered. And it just so happens that Worcester man was my brother. Very close dynamic him and I had, even though we were separate. I didn't talk about it much because of some personal dynamics that I chose to protect his peace, his identity. Like, ain't got nothing to do with me or what I do to be talking about his business. But now that we're where we are, there are a couple things that I do want to address. So the reason why I bring that up is twofold. One, to honor my brother, to honor his memory, to honor his legacy, and to let the world know how much I loved him. And I still love him, and I'm sure you can attest that love never fades. And it never gets easier. But what had happened was it seems to be so far based off of literally the words that came out of the person who murdered him's mouth. It was for a TikTok trend. What did he say? Messing with crackheads. So the first thing I want to address, which is really not that serious, but it means something to me and the character of who my brother was. And, you know, he had enough problems on his own. He had enough judgments when people just looked at him because he was homeless, but he was never a crackhead. Not that it matters, crackhead or not, you should respect and have dignity for everybody. Treat anybody, especially our most vulnerable people who may be drug afflicted or have severe mental health issues, protect them even more. What had happened was and it's all on video. I refuse to watch the video because just thinking about it is enough for me, but it is on video, and I'm going to share the details just because I think it is important to show the mindset of what we're dealing with. And this isn't a one-off. Honestly, I was shocked because my brother was gone. I was not shocked at what happened, which is the saddest part. So he was sleeping kind of in the middle of a busy intersection, cross section in Times Square. Planet Hollywood was literally on the end of this little cross section. I guess you can call it an alley, but it wasn't an alley. Well lit. There was a stage in there. I don't know. I've shown you guys the article so you guys could see the picture of where it was. Very well lit. Just sleeping there for an hour and a half before these three kids showed up. Literally kids, all minors. The oldest one was 17. The 17-year-old was the perpetrator that actually did the physical part of the whole thing. the first one they approached him, they grabbed his backpack, chucked it at him, urinated in a cup, then chucked that at him, and then you could see him running around the car like, chill, I'm good, like, you know, kind of just trying to get away from the whole situation. And then that's when one of the kids ran up from behind him and did one of those, like, you know what I'm saying, like reached around type deals, and then there was one in the back as well. Those are the details I have as of now. This is very much still under investigation. Charges still happening. There's a whole lot that is happening behind the scenes with the police department that I'm not exactly privy to, the police department, and there are other people, other officials that are communicating directly with my sister. Everything is being handled in that way, but I bring this up today to have this conversation with you guys as far as, like, you know, yes, I lost my brother, but I feel like we have a 17-year-old involved here, right?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
And the first words out of his mouth, it was a TikTok trend. So I don't believe there was that innate thought, and this is the biggest problem of it all, the thought process, right? Of, I'm going to go out and kill someone for the sake of killing them today, just because, you know, it's a sleeping homeless person, I want to kill that person, right? I think that there is a multifaceted thing here, from a devaluation of life, and I think that has to do with the technology era that we live in, where we're so kind of disassociated with each other because we do have very independent lives. We don't have to be next to each other in person all the time anymore. We can have relationships remotely, which I think dissolve the empathy you feel for others, because you're not having that energy exchange, you know what I'm saying? That the same that you do in person. And also, what's funny is, growing up, Milho, I'm sure you can remember, Ron, I'm sure you can remember Papee. I don't know if you're old enough. There was a big thing about, like, they actually canceled video games back in the day when we were kids. Mortal Kombat especially was one of them. Remember the blood and gore? They turned it from red to green. Do you remember that? Because they were saying how video games are having such a major impact on the youth of America. Rap music, they were trying to cancel because they were trying to say it was having an impact on the youth of America. Even rock and roll, they were saying, was demon, you know, devil music having an impact on the minds of the kids of America. And I remember saying, like, that's such nonsense. Like, honestly, you can't blame media for how people act. Because I was a young person at the time, and I was like, I played Grand Theft Auto in 1996, right? I didn't want to go out and actually shoot somebody in the street, right? Now, as I'm older, I look at it, and especially like GTA 5, we're not at 6 yet, right? Are we ever going to get to
Fingers crossed 30 years later?
No, right? Literally.
But, you know, one of the things that you see quite often, and if you watch even on YouTube, like, they have whole free plays, like sandbox mode type GTA videos, where you see people playing, and you see on TikTok all the time, they say, you know, when they're saying, instead of just kidding, they'll say in GTA, right? Because you could do something in GTA that you can't do in life, because in GTA there are no consequences. And I feel like there's a desensitization from that too, where people think they can go beat up hookers and homeless people because it's funny in GTA, not realizing that in real life there's real life consequences. There's real life feelings, there's real lives on the line, including the lives of those who are engaging in those activities, right? So now, with all that said, I'd like to let you guys, you know, open the floor to you guys and see how you feel about TikTok trends and the danger that maybe media is imposing on the youth of America, or is this a parenting thing?
Thank you.
Very loaded, right?
Yeah.
That's all I had to go down there.
I'm gonna go back to when you were kind of talking about the rap situation. When you talk, not even rap. You said rap, not hip hop.
Yeah.
So like nowadays, there's NBA YoungBoy, just like there was 50 Cent, just like there was Busta Rhymes and all the G Unit gang. You know what I mean? I think now, yes, I still think it's the media, respectfully, and I'm not saying I think parents need to control what their kids are watching. The 7-year-olds listen to NBA YoungBoy talking about boom, bop, bang, shoot him in the face, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be dead. My kids don't even play on iPad. We're not touching the iPad. We're not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather go outside and play, but I'm not knocking anybody's parents, and they need to go and make money to take care of their kids because they'd be single mothers, single fathers, everybody trying to raise their children. Amazing. But, like, in what sense and where, this is my question for you guys, in what sense do you have to control your kids, and how do you know what the kids are watching? And if it's not in your house, they go to school. They're going to learn it in school. Somebody else's parent just let that kid watch something. Now they're starting a trend of doing something. So it don't just have to be what they watch or the social media itself. It could be the outside impact, because it takes a village to raise children.
Yeah. I think Manny, like you and Manny saying the same thing. And Manny hit it on the point with the natural consequences piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because back in our day, there wasn't so much access to
The
what's
media.
out, the media stuff that's out there now. You know what I'm saying? Because although that kid in GTA playing, and he not experiencing the natural consequences of killing somebody on the street, there's still a dopamine and a pleasure going on in the mindset. He's still getting that though. Like that's still pleasurable to him. Although he's not experiencing the natural consequences, there's still a high he getting from this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And there's a reward system.
And there's a reward.
It's the in-game currency that you get for committing those crimes.
A reward. And I think, and like Papee was saying, like limited the access to that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we all, it's other kids that see the same things and play the same games, but they don't engage in the same stuff. And they know better. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I bet the difference between them, the biggest difference is the one that know better not to do that GTA stuff all they play, they don't engage in that game, don't have access to it as much as the person that's doing it every day, all day. They only go outside, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
And
it's all about that access
on
piece
top
of
of that is like my son, he loves video games. He plays video games.
Yeah.
I kind of curated the types of video games. I mean, he'll be 18 in June now, so I'm sure it's changed. But growing up, and this wasn't because of that. Honestly, it's just based off the games I liked. Super Mario, Sonic, more of the cartoon fun type games. So I curated his taste in games like that. And I wonder. I always had the conversation with him, like, bro, video game is not reality. And I wonder how many times, if we were to actually pull people, the kids who are more likely to really reenact these things in real life versus the ones who wouldn't, how many of their parents have actually had conversations with them about reality?
that too.
I feel like you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. A lot of times it just takes a conversation. Because the majority of times, exactly, parents are just, oh yeah, you want this game? Yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? And they're playing GTA, or for example, my
That's
son.
a cultural
Well, even
difference.
for-
though.
Right, exactly.
Listen, even Fortnite.
Exactly. Right, even Fortnite. See, now I'll let my kids
You're
play
running
Fortnite.
around, but you're running around killing your friends. But and the thing
Exactly.
is, you always respawning, right?
Right.
You're never going to jail.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So killing isn't. It doesn't carry that weight that it does in
GTA, you go to
reality.
jail,
Right.
but you spawn right back.
But you spawn right
You go to jail, you go to jail in the hospital.
But in GTA, you go to jail so fast.
You don't see no judge or nothing.
But they take money out your bank.
And I mean, I guess that matters, right?
You
The
can go
bottom
kill
line
7 more
matters.
people and get that money straight back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, though, I don't let my son watch certain things. I don't let him play certain games, you know what I mean? Until he gets that older, until he shows me that maturity level as well, also, you feel me? And like I was saying, that conversation, like you mentioned, have that conversation and be like, if I see any signs of you enacting any of this, like, I'm taking it. You're done, you know what I mean? I'm going to cut it off, you feel me? And an example to that situation as well is something I never thought I'd do, but I cut one of my son's friends off. You feel me? It's like, at first I was looking at like, whatever, he's just looking for attention, playing in school, little stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then one day he steals a walkie-talkie. And guess who he hanging out with? My kids. You know what I mean? So guess who got in trouble for that walkie-talkie? My kids.
Oh yeah.
And guess who didn't make the basketball team because of that situation?
Word.
My kids.
Well, never been hanging out together.
And I'm like, I know big well Alice wouldn't take nothing from the school like that. You feel me? Like, it got to a point where I was cussing the teacher out on the walkie-talkie. But hear me out though, hear me out. Reason being, I thought it was a pedophile. I was like, yo, why are you messing with these kids? He was like, where you at? Just tell me where you at. Where's your location? Because he was trying to get the walkie-talkies back. And then eventually, they're talking on the walkie-talkies, and then the person, the staff at the school, was like, oh, they said they're at Elm Park. Boom. So he drove to Elm Park. He was like, oh, why'd you take walkie-talkies from the school? And then all of them got in trouble. And then I had to call Mr. Cruz and let him know, like, hey, listen, I know my son was with him playing with the walkie-talkies, but my son had nothing to do with taking that thing from school. You feel me? So now I realize that, all right, this kid, I gave him ample amount of chances. He's already gotten in trouble. He already, you know what I mean? And now he's stealing stuff from the school, and my kids are having to pay a consequence. I was like, yeah, I had to cut that off, man. And
So, did you talk to his parent after?
I did not. I did not. And that is something that I've definitely considered. You know,
Alright.
that's something I definitely considered.
Because, like, what was the consequences after that? Because even you cut him off, maybe your son would have been a good. And I'm not saying you did anything bad,
That's
but your
a good-
son would have been
that's
a
a
good
good
impact in his life
That's a good
to
point.
change his direction. So I'm not saying you did anything
Right,
wrong, but like maybe if we talk to a parent.
I agree with you, but I gave him that 3-strike chance. You know what I mean? So the walkie-talkie was kind of like the last straw. But I agree with you, though. Maybe I could have talked to his parents. Maybe his parents, you know, could have done something a little more. And don't get me wrong, a part of me feels crushed. A part of me feels so bad. No, I do, not even a part of me. Because I recently found out that he lost his dad at a young age. He's only being raised by his mom. You feel me? And I really found that out after, you know, he got cut off or whatnot. But could that have been the determining factor? Maybe he's not getting as disciplined as he wanted. Mind you, this is a kid that walked down the street, you feel me, like, fuck shit, bitch, fuck you, like, you know what I mean? The second time that I gave him a pass was he was calling my son an N-word in school. So my son shoved him and, you know, shoved his face in the dirt or whatever, and neither of them got suspended. And when I talked to the principal, he was like, I understand your son for defending himself, you know, and I also want this to be a learning period for this Caucasian kid. You know what I mean? Saying this, and it was like, maybe he doesn't understand. I know. He was like, maybe he doesn't understand the meaning of what he's saying. And like, I'm like,
But it's
that's
all
a good
normalized in like, you know what I mean? Because I went down Park, so I understand, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? I had a buddy of mine, Derek, same thing, Caucasian kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a norm in that sense, but like, where do you draw the
he was
line?
like calling him it though.
The
He was like,
ER?
and ER, yeah.
Oh, he's
like,
balling.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
Like a week or two later, my son hadn't found it in his heart to forgive him and be cool with him again. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you not to talk to him. Just be careful with him. And then the walkie-talkie situation happened. I'm like, no, he's cut. Come on,
Well,
how much chance are you gonna give it?
Is his mom a single mother? Obviously, his mom is
I
a single
believe
mother.
so, yes.
And she's probably, do you think she's working 24/7? Do you think, like,
I don't know. I do know I see the kid out a lot.
No?
Yeah, I know I see him out a lot. You know what I
Take
mean?
him
Just
on your
moving
way.
around, just you see.
He
and
might be
that's
that
not a
father.
bad idea.
He might be the father figure that
It's
changes
not
his life.
a bad idea.
That's
It's
what
not a
I'm-
bad. Trust me. It's. I would love that. I just don't want to put my son in a predicament to get suspended or, you know.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think everybody's in the
But you just
There's also a million kids out there that you can't take under your wing. You can't fix everything.
I ain't hearing that, bro. I ain't hearing that.
If he's
bro.
a kid that you see
I mean,
24/7, what's it called,
Right, I
around your son,
respect it.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're obviously doing a great job raising your son.
Thank you,
You
thank
know
you.
what I mean? And I'm not knocking his mother. She's probably doing the best that she possibly can to raise the kid. The kid's probably hurt, a lot of pain in him. I was just
Right,
like
right.
him, lost a father at a young age. I was probably worse than him.
Right,
And
right.
to be honest, I was one of those kids fighting in school 24/7. If you look in the Worcester public school system, I heard pro with suspensions. This from first grade, not even from kindergarten all the way to 6th grade, just in elementary school alone.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Don't even get me started middle and high. You know, so like, he might just have a lot of pain in him. He might just need to go in boxing or something, or you know what I mean? Those are the type of kids that end up
I
great.
definitely agree. I definitely agree.
You know?
But
And I'm not saying he doesn't have bad intentions, you know, but it was to the point where this kid he was standing at my house. I was feeding him. I was, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not saying I'm giving up on him, but like, I tried to kind of take him under my
Go
wing,
get
you
that
know?
white little
Right.
boy and put it on your face.
All right, so have you heard of Chud the Builder?
Say that again?
Chud the Builder.
I don't think so.
All right, Chud the Builder is in the news right now. And I bring this up because it all correlates back to the same thing with TikTok trends of devaluation of life.
Oh, so they gonna make him do modern day slavery?
No, not
Instead
that
of killing
one. No,
him?
not that guy.
Oh,
Chud the Builder.
I see something like that. I was like, what?
We could get into that in a second too, but no, Chud the Builder is a guy, a streamer. I think Twitch is his main platform, but he is on TikTok as well. And he's gotten his quick rise to fame, I guess, if you will, lately, by trolling, rage baiting, particularly Black Americans, by calling them the N-word, hard R, full disrespect, and basically like calling them out or like
that's the chimp out, cuz.
that's the
That be saying that shit.
shut the bill. I'm sorry.
He be going to people saying
That's
chimp out.
that's his thing.
He be.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I
that's-
don't know
we
about
talking about the same
probably the
person.
same guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
He has
yeah,
like
He got a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He go to black people.
Right.
He go around black people, start calling them N-word and saying that.
Right. So
Yeah,
the other day, like I think it was last Saturday.
Oh, he met the wrong person.
This
I
past
think
week,
time.
yes, he did, and that guy punched him in the face. This man pulled out a gun, shot at the
Shot him,
guy, and he did make contact. The guy now this tried to build the guy is in court for attempted murder, so he did not kill the guy. He did shoot himself while trying to shoot the other guy somehow.
I heard that.
I don't know, but whatever. Maybe it was karma. What I'm saying is, and just like with my cousin, with your son, my brother, and you know, it starts off with little things like calling them the N-word on the playground, and then us coddling and making excuses for the one who did it, or it's not that serious. It ain't that serious now. But come 17, it might be very serious. Come 27, we might have an attempted murder charge. Come 17, we might have an actual murder charge. You know, and the thing is, we're losing our kids not only to the violence as victims, but also as the perpetrators. Like, I have to think as a dad of a 17-year-old right now, what would I do if my son was in this position? Like, I feel for his family, bro. They just lost their kid. A 17-year-old child is lost for God knows how long. Now, given the criminal justice, well, actually, we can get into that right now, too. I was going to say, given the criminal justice
responsible for
system,
seeing the signs, though?
I'm sorry.
Who's responsible for what?
Seeing the signs. Who's responsible for seeing the signs, bro? Because I'm gonna use his situation. Let's say the parent at this time, some parents ain't seeing the signs. Well, kind of what we're telling.
In New York society, though, like
And if
respect
they're always working to pay the bills and they can't see anything, then you're right. Who is it? Is it
The
society?
community, like near home, or your mom can't see the signs of what you headed to. Because if you keep that up, I know. So I see the signs, so I'm about to take you under my wing. Because sometimes parents don't see the signs, like, and if Milhome don't go talk to that parent, he basically saying, I trust you to see the signs in your kid, so it don't affect my kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but sometimes everybody don't see the signs. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the community, but I see them. Your mama don't see them, but I see the signs.
You
like,
know, and that's exactly why. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand it, but now as a grown man, I totally understand, respect, and appreciate the village mentality that I was raised under.
Yeah.
You know, I was raised in Great Brook Valley, which is the projects, right? And the beauty about the projects, in my opinion, is you have so many families close together. And when those families know each other and they care about each other, they look out for each other's kids. We have lost that along the way. I live in the project still to this day. I'm sure you live in a highly dense area. You're kind of moving on up, but you know,
why you got to say
I'm just saying there ain't a lot of kids practicing. That's all I'm saying.
Kids on the neighborhood. They're right there, bikes and stuff.
My point is, like, when I, you know, in my neighborhood, when I see kids doing stuff they ain't supposed to do, and I go and talk to their parents or whatever, I get a mind your business or do you want a problem type energy. And it's like, I wonder how much of the problem is literally us, like our generation. You know?
even when we see it, you can't save every kid.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can give a kid all them chances. Example. Like,
So
you know
what
I'm
do
saying?
we do? Because I'm at a loss.
Somebody gonna see it one day.
Honestly, though,
Hopefully it ain't too late.
I like
The
y'all.
judge. Hopefully
I
the
really
judge.
like y'all perspectives, and I feel like, you know, my next step, because I don't give up on people. I don't give up on the kid, and I see him being friends with my kids eventually, but he just got to get his act together. But I feel like you guys gave me that insight, and I am gonna go talk to his mom, not to talk trash, not to
No, for sure. Just to be like, hey,
chat, you know, I mean, like,
your son is a great kid. I see so much potential in him. He's making bad decisions right now. I feel like I really want to be the person to help mentor him. He got in this trouble, he got in that trouble. I kind of let it go, but I feel like me, like being more part of his life, even him sleeping over our house, is amazing. But this is what I think we should do. This is what what's it called? What we need it. Like, if he's gonna be around us, I want him to work on this. Let's give him a token on board or something like that. Hey, if you do this, you do good in school for this week, we could go to the park together and we could play ball. You know what I mean? And I could go teach you guys how to play football. What if he's the next NFL star and you the what's it called? The destiny helper to help him get there. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
So it's just little things like that. Or
Is there something to be said also about we need to really try to figure out as a society how to stop glorifying and uplifting violence?
buddy.
You know,
Agreed.
crazy behavior, like outlandish behavior, even pranks. You know, like even these pranks on TikTok be going too far. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened when my brother started out as a prank? Technically, they took his backpack, chucked it at him because they thought it was funny, and then that wasn't funny enough. So now I gotta pee in the cup because that's even funnier.
Like, that's
and
so
bro,
crazy.
Let's be real. That's gonna get a lot of clicks, a lot of views. All those clicks and views translate to praise and money, right? And that's an incentive to do even more crazier things. And that's just on that front. And I don't want to keep harping on my specific situation, but I even see kids out there literally, and young kids, teenagers, right? And I'm talking about as young as 15, 16, 18, 19, changing their appearances, getting chin implants, so they call it looks maxing, right? And these are young kids whose their features are still gonna change. Like, you know, you change well into your 30s, your features, and you're changing how you look, all in a performance for views, for clicks, and
people care about what
the impact on your life can be irreversible, and they're not thinking about that. You know, what do we do?
Yeah, that's we do something like the quarter zip trend. If you guys know what it is, like matcha and quarter zips. All black boys started wearing quarter zips because you can't be a dangerous.
Bro, I think that was a troll. I really do, because I thought that was the most beautiful thing, and then I realized it went so quick. You know why? Because it was positive, and it was uplifting in the right ways, and that wasn't money making. That's just not how the world works.
Bring back 508 guns down, goes up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But do you think it happening so much in Worcester though?
Like you guys said, it's up to us, man. It really is up to us. It really is up to us. And like I don't want to be a failure to that kid. I don't want that kid growing up thinking like Milhome Jean Charles, the Revive Effect guy, gave up on me. You feel me? Which I didn't. But I just have to figure out a different avenue, a different outlet.
You need to stop.
Like,
reflect, figure out how you're actually gonna make an impact instead of
like you guys said,
jumping in head first.
Start with talking to his mom, you know. So we'll definitely see where it goes from there.
And so I really do think that there's a lot of stock in, if you see something, say something. You ever heard that, right? Now I'm not talking about in the way they want you to. I'm not saying snitch.
Right.
I'm saying see something, say something to the individual. Let them know, like, from a point, like, I come from where you come from, bro, and that it's not cool. And now that could be dangerous. It's definitely risky because you never know who you're talking to, and that does need to be said. But is it worth the risk for you guys? Like, for me, it is.
My sister said, bring back those flip phones.
Take the
phone away. Bring back the flip.
Literally, right. I think we have too much access to it all.
Internet, back then.
And with great power comes great responsibility, and we just are not, or I shouldn't say we, but there's a lot of young people who just aren't responsible enough.
Yeah. The social media, Google alone is Google. You infinite. You could, what's it called? Google anything. You can see naked woman right now just going on Google, like things like that, or like it's all like back then. You had to. I'm not gonna tell you what we had to do. Because my kid gonna watch it. I know, like you know how hard it is to see.
I know what I have.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you know, you know. But like just the access of just things right now is so crazy. Like and parents, and I'm scared of my kids because I'm scared for my kids to grow up because it's gonna advance even more. You know what I mean? There might be glasses that you could probably see one day, like, and the parents they're gonna be watching it right next to you. You're not gonna know what they're watching.
We got an idea. I came up with $1 million idea for us, bro. Nobody doing this, bro. Nobody doing this, bro. Huh?
Don't announce it. I need that. That's my money. That's my
but back in the day, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Ask G's. Like, Ask G's, you can't find the stuff you find on Google. Ask G's, bro. Ask G's, you can't find that. You gonna school stuff, bro. Ask G's, that job was crazy,
and also,
bro.
Parents use parental control.
Yeah.
Everything has parental control. It doesn't matter if it's the TV.
It's a cultural difference. People, like, no disrespect to immigrant parents. Immigrant parents don't know. They just don't know. It's not like they don't want to control their kids or they just don't understand. Like even older parents, they don't understand the social media. They don't know what's going on. They think a phone is just a phone that you could call and text. They don't know what you could actually do, what type of access these kids have on their cellular device.
The key, cultural difference. If you look at TikTok and like here versus TikTok in China, there's no fights on TikTok in China.
Easily.
Like they don't even show it, bro. Like when people be on TikTok scrolling through their TikTok, it's not a thing. They don't show fights and all that stuff on the TikTok.
That's not normal.
It's not a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But here, Push all that stuff, bro. So keep that in mind, bro. Go on TikTok, start looking at Chinese people TikTok from China and all that stuff, Asia, all that. Watch, you're gonna be like, they don't even got negative stuff on that TikTok. This is like they take naps in their schools because they know about the importance of self-help, bro. Like at school, you got an hour nap every day, bro. Like you get to chill for an hour and take a nap, bro. Like, because imagine coming to the U.S. and saying like, bro, let's take a nap. They're gonna be like, no, like we got to pay for this. We got to like, no, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to watch stuff so advanced.
Yeah, China is actually in 2030 something.
Yeah. I was about to say that they're years ahead of us.
They're years ahead of us.
We always get it late. The McDonald's, the food they got out there in McDonald's,
they
they
got
got types of
advanced
stuff.
food, yeah.
They got advanced stuff, healthy McDonald's, crazy, all that stuff, bro. It's crazy.
Well, before we head out of here, I do want to, if I may, just reach out to my community and let y'all know we are about halfway there to have the total cost for the transportation of his body back to Worcester, because he is born and raised in Worcester. By the way, beautiful soul, great guy. Can you believe this man? You'll respect this, I'm sure. Wait till you hear what I'm about to tell you. Rode his bicycle, not a motorcycle, right? Not scooter, not electric bicycle, a bicycle from here to Miami. Bicycle.
It's possible.
This man loved life. He loved freedom. He did not love constraints. He had an apartment, actually. You know that the Main and Chandler, that with the rainbow roof, the changes colors. He had an apartment in that building. Gave it up because he just didn't. He was never in it. He was wasting his life and money to have an apartment that he didn't care for. He was never there. He wanted to be out and about with the people. So anyway. He would do little odd and end jobs to earn his way, and then he came back up to New York, and his next goal was to go to LA, which I believe he was definitely gonna do. Low key, I believe he's already there. You know? People take a long walk. He used his angel wings to get to the city of angels, so I'm not even mad at it. But I say all that to say that there is a GoFundMe up right now. I shared it on my page, and I'll share it in the description of this live here as well. For anybody, every dollar counts. Yes, he has a family. Yes, we'll make it work. But if it was so unexpected, and like I said, I got 2 kids graduating, and one's turning 18. I got a lot of things going on. So any kind of relief, I personally can get. Never mind everybody else in the family who's caught off guard. To be able to put our brother, son, nephew, cousin, loved one to rest, and bring him home to Worcester, where we can all do that and get pay our last respects in person. We would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, every single contribution, even a share, means the world to me. So thank you very much. Appreciate you out. I appreciate you letting me bring that out here today.
I appreciate you inviting me to the What's the Majors thing, bro. Yeah. Your first half, bro. I watched the whole game, bro. The first half, bro, I counted like 3 assists, bro. Like, but the second half, you came back. Like, you know, but the first half, bro, 3 assists though.
You look like you know.
Come on, bro, 3 assists.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you something.
Come on,
Look,
bro.
Let me tell you something. We're doing a community event. If we would have came out dominating, it would have never been fun. You know what I mean? We had to have them enjoy the first half. I specifically
came
looked
back
at
the
you
second
guys.
half.
No, we dominated the second half because we tried the second half. If we just come out crushing people, it's not going to be fun. Like, you got to give them the chance.
Hey, they out there dropping 3s.
I know.
Boy,
They were
was
great. Amazing. What happened second half?
I thought y'all was getting nervous for a second.
Why would we ever get nervous? We're a professional team.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro.
I'm doing everything I wanted to go.
You got it.
I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. With that being said, we want to thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much just for being there. You know what I mean? Being here for us. We just appreciate it. Don't forget to donate on Manny's Brothers GoFundMe. You can look on Manny J Media. I actually shared it on my page as well a couple of days ago, but I'll reshare it just in case. And then we'll share it on the 508 Live so you guys can go and check that
real
out.
Quick, thank you so much to everyone who's donated already. By the way, I've recognized a lot of names from Worcester. I've recognized a lot of names of people who have already donated. So thank you to those who already have. Well, like I said, we're more than halfway there. So thank you.
With that being said, thank you for watching 508 Live here on 508 Live. With your host, Papee Paye, Moneyman Milhome, 5-Man Burgess, and the best producer in the world, Manny J Media.
That's my dog.
Out of here, guys. Appreciate you guys.
My dog.
That's my dog. Me and my dog. We're just chewing and eating.